Mrs. Brownstown's darling. Mrs. Brownstown's darling comes home. Mrs. Brownstown's darling comes home. She waits at the station for the night train. The night train comes tonight at 12 o'clock. Mrs. Brownstown's darling comes home. Mrs. Brownstown's darling comes home. He spent the last night in jail to leave a bad past on his trail. Mrs. Brownstown's darling comes home. Mrs. Brownstown's darling comes home. His home is far away from jailhouse, with great hope for a better life. Mrs. Brownstown's darling comes home. Mrs. Brownstown's darling comes home. He's back on the long road again, and comes straight out of jail again. Mrs. Brownstown's darling comes home. Mrs. Brownstown's darling comes home. He's sitting on the night train home, and leave his ball and chain behind. Mrs. Brownstown's darling comes home. Mrs. Brownstown's darling come home. The judge had given me 9 years. At home I'm still full of tears. Mrs. Brownstown's darling comes home. Mrs. Brownstown's darling comes home. That past it catching up with me. I'm home and will never be free. Mrs. Brownstown's darling comes home. Mrs. Brownstown's darling comes home. She waits at the station for the night train. The night train comes tonight at 12 o'clock. Mrs. Brownstown's darling.